It's the a Super Wild Card weekend. It's the Chargers and the Condors on Sunday night.
North of the border in the beautiful city of Toronto, Canada. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store. As it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Condors. The third of 3 games to finish up this Sunday. We might save the best for last. And off we go here in the wild card round. And no run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020. The man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you turn it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart. But make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, LA. It's Eckler again. He'll get this down to the 38. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. 2nd and 7. Just a moment. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 3rd down.
3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Chigakankwo from 13 yards out. And the Chargers will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Aubrey good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be let out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
And there's really no underestimating or downplaying the incredible regular season he had throwing the football. When you throw for over 5,000 yards, that's a monster season. He's got an offense that's certainly capable of doing damage in the postseason as well. But he also understands that defense tends to win championships in the playoffs. He wants to find a way to set that aside and advance his team.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Charles already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, You just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Looking to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. He'll get that out wide to Waddle. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime a ball is thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way yards on the ground. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now back to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Condors respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So that drive goes 8 plays. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And work with me here. Is this overhyped or not? You've got a warm weather team on the road in January, and it's cold. What's the deal? Is that a factor? Is it not a factor?
I think a lot of it depends on the personality of your head coach and how you prepare for things. And some things you just can't prepare for. If you're coming from a warm weather site, you can't make it cold enough like it is here in this ball game. But what you can do is just tell the guys, dress for the weather, and then play like we always play. And as the game goes along, typically those guys out there playing, you warm up enough that it really shouldn't affect you quite the same way. Now, if that's all you talk about, if you put that in the heads of your players, it'll affect them in a big way.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Now it's Herbert. Oh, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. On is Jake Bailey to send this one away. That's taken on the 25. Ooh, the juke. 21 yards. Well done on a return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
This will be caught. It's Waddle. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
They'll look to throw again. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's fourth down. And his kick is indeed good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Possession switching back now to the Chargers. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Herbert. First down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw here, Herbert. And his throw here is incomplete. 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. Over the middle, complete. It's Williams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. To the air again, Herbert. A short throw to Ingram. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. His throw incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Herbert now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Palmer. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. Stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal pushes him back big time. And now you figure the field goal team coming on 4th. His kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive, but you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Give to Strong running right. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And take it right on the 30. It's a 54-yard punt with a return of 11. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. Touchdown! Mike Williams, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes it a 17-10 score. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Toronto's offense ready to take over. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's the 2nd and 7. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes...
Touchdown, Chargers! Rashad Bateman, 29 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Aubrey now for the point after. And the lead is up to 14. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Toronto's offense ready to take over. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Second down and a little more than a yard here.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 28-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Now hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Inside the 10. Touchdown! Pierre Strong, 61 yards. And the Condors are back within a score.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And the Chargers offense back out and ready to go. Now, right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the
down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown. Josh Palmer, 66 yards. And the Chargers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Josh Palmer. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Pierre Strong Jr. making his way back out.
And Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you've set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
Yes, and he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll go again with Strong. And his defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
There's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd down, a run with Strong.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. That is caught. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
16 yards. That's good for Toronto. 1st down.
They'll set up to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. And touchdown. Scotty Miller, 44 yards. And the Condors have cut it back within a score.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw, let a guy catch one in front of you.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Pulled in at the 24. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Pierre Strong Jr. making his way back out. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen, put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
2nd and 12 at the 31-yard line.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end, Parham. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he gets this to Thornton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back to throw now on 1st down. And it's caught. Touchdown. Pierre Strong. In the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Condors are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the 1st half.
And that's a terrific score. Now, what are we going to do here? Do you go for 2?
You know what the people at home want.
Everybody wants to go for 2. The analytics people probably want them to go for 2.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. The Charger drive about to get going. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's got room. And that's going to be good for a Chargers 1st down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the 2nd half of this AFC wildcard game. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. For this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Running left, it's Strong. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 127 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Back to throw here. This caught left side by the tight end Parham. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They'll try and throw for it here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. He'll drop to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A gain of 3, second down.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up second down. Here's Herbert. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Josh Palmer, his second touchdown of the night. And the Chargers are able to extend their lead. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes this a 9-point game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Toronto's offense ready to take over. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And they're going to speed things up here. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. This is caught inside the 15. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Strong. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
A gain of 5 yards. It's now 4th down and 1.
He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. From his own end zone, Herbert. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. I'll credit the tackle to Juan Thornhill.
A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Herbert's throw here taken in by Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. Now it's Herbert. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, just like last play.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off. And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
2nd and 10. Here's Herbert once more. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. To the air again, Herbert. That's again complete to Palmer. Touchdown, Chargers. Josh Palmer saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Chargers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it. Tough there, good pass, hit the hands, he just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach, everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Toronto's offense ready to take over. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
I'm kind of curious, Charles. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for the touchdown. Scotty Miller, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Condors get a bit closer. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And 1 play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, 1 play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And that almost makes it a brand-new ballgame. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. 3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. with it, looking to pass. And it is caught. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
First down, Chargers.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
And Eckler is going to pick up a Chargers first down as he'll get this.
Welcome back to Toronto. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. Past the 20. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Back in the end zone. Can he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Pierre Strong Jr. making his way back out.
He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word work. He's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. They'll come out throwing here on first down.
And going deep for Hill.
And that's caught inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And now they're in the hurry-up.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
to throw here on first down. Touchdown! Donald Parham, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Condors have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field.
And right now, they're just looking for a little more cushion, trying to make this a two-score game. Points here would go a long way, obviously, to propelling them into the next round.
And this is where the head coach, offensive coordinator, they've had to set a tone all year long about what they do on offense. So most teams want to stay in attack mode, but you have to do it with some bit of caution, don't you? Because you can't come away with no points. You need these points here in order to feel a lot better about where they are in this game.
But this time of the year, playoffs, game of this magnitude, this is what we hope for.
Yeah, it's exactly what we hope for. You want to run your offense cautiously, but not so cautiously that you just give it up.
The Chargers on third down. They're hitting at 60.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Herbert now.
They'll find Williams on the slant.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2nd down and a yard.
Eckler now between the tackles. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
106 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Back to the air. Herbert on 2nd down. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
We know it's not an easy job to go and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Toronto's offense ready to take over. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 23-yard line.
2nd and 6. Going up top for Miller. And that's caught inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
That's good. 4A. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. Touchdown! A great effort there. 27 yards.
And the Condors Patriots are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the fourth.
Point after here coming up. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
On first down, Justin Herbert.
A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be second down. Up the middle with Eckler. And Allen caught it up. It's going the other way. There he goes left side. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Well, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They're going to try and run. And he is going to come up empty here as they stop him short of the goal line. And this will remain a one-score game as the lead holds at 7. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Here's Mike Williams now as his guys head back out to go on offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now 2nd and 4.
Justin Herbert looking to pass.
He targets Ingram for another grab. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw here taken in by Ingram.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Here's 2nd down and 3. Herbert to throw. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Throwing, Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Now 1st and goal. Herbert.
And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied, 4th quarter, as the kick is away here. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final round of the fourth. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense the film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Herbert and the Chargers down by 7, 25 seconds remaining. And they've got to travel the full 75 yards, and time is obviously a huge factor here. 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a gain of 7, but they'll happily give him that. Herbert going to throw. That's caught by Palmer. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Now Herbert. That's again complete to Palmer. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Herbert. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. And now time for one final play that has to be obviously in the end zone.
Can't wait to see what they call, but you want to get it to your best player. Sometimes you have to do it by formation. Move everyone to one side, and maybe he gets a one-on-one isolated on the backside.
Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher.